Hello and welcome. In this video, I'm just going to walk through the process of installing a specific version of Golang on the GitHub Codespaces system. This might come up for some people who want to use a specific version of Golang or the Golang compiler while they're doing their development. And if you use Codespaces, which is a product through GitHub, right out of the box, it gives you a version of Golang, but it will likely be the latest, if not close to the latest version of Go, and there might be some reason why you want to use an older version. So I'm just going to walk through the process of how you can configure CodeSpace to allow you to install and then utilize whatever version of Golang you want. So let's go ahead and just get started. Here is the GitHub account that I've created for this demo. The first thing I'm going to do is just create a repo because you have to attach Codespaces to a repository. So I'm going to click on the repo button here. You can see I have no repositories right now. I'm going to click this green button to create a new one. I'm just going to use a random generated name. I'm going to make it a private repo. I'll add in a README. And for the purposes of this demo, I don't need any of this other stuff. I'll go ahead and create the repo. Okay, now that I have the repository, I can actually create a code space to attach to this repository. So I'm going to go ahead and click this code button. It's going to open up, it might start you here in local, but you want to click on this little code space tab, and you're going to say create code space on main. And this is going to create a brand new code space, which is a development environment where we can do our work. I'm just going to give it a second to finish loading up. Okay, it looks like it's done loading up, so I don't really need this README. I'm going to go ahead and move this over. And I'm pretty much going to be spending most of my time on the terminal, so I'm going to move this up a little bit here. I'm going to make this a lot bigger so folks can follow along a little easier. I'm going to go ahead and clear this out. Okay, so basically CodeSpace is a full development environment where you can do dev work, and the way they're intending it is for you to use it with the code that is going to be coming from your repository. For the purposes of this demo, I'm not really going to check anything into the repo. I'm really just going to show how to set up the code space for Golang, but you could absolutely do the full version of it where it actually then is using the files that you have in your repository. Okay, so first thing we want to do is just confirm what I said earlier is that right out of the box, the default image you get, so rather the default container that CodeSpace gives you to be able to do your dev space should have Go installed already. So to confirm that, I'm just going to run Go version. And as you can see, at the time of this recording, the latest version that it has is Go 1.24.5. So that's the version that it just gives you out of the box. That's really handy that it already has it installed because it's going to make a lot of the rest of the steps that we're going to do a lot easier. And the main reason for that is that what the tool that I'm going to use to actually install another version of Go is actually part of the Go toolchain. So Go has a nice little command that they have built in there for you called Go install. All right, so I'm going to do Go install, and this is going to let me basically download the beginning part of a specific version of Go. So it's really going to be two commands. First is going to be Go install, and then I have to point it to where I want to get all of the installation information from. You can just do that from the golang.org site, and then you want to do /DL and then /, and then this is the name of the actual version of Go. So I'm going to say Go. And for the purposes of this demo, I'm going to do 1.20.5. So you would do 1.20.5. Okay. And then you would also, and actually this is getting pretty far off to the right here. I'm going to move this over, or maybe I'll just close that entirely. That's good. And then I'm going to actually say I want the latest version. So you have to put this latest at the end of this for getting the specific version of Golang that you want. And again, make note of the fact that I didn't put like a dot between the Go and the first major release version. So it's just going to be Go 1, all like one word, and then you would do the .20.5 or whatever version you wanted to install. Okay, so here we go. And we're going to give it a minute to go ahead and download all that information. Okay, great. Now that it's downloaded the actual binary, now we can actually do the download from using the Go toolchain. So to do that, again, this was the specific version I just got. So now I can use it to actually do the rest of the download. So this would be Go 1.20.5, and then I can type download, and it'll begin the download. Okay, great. So now that I have done that, I actually have a working version of Go 1.20.5 installed on the machine. So again, if you were to run Go version again, you're going to notice it still says Go 1245. So if I actually wanted to run this version of Go, I actually would have to constantly type Go 1.20.5 and then write version, right? And it will actually execute the version I want. So this is kind of a crummy setup. You probably don't want to do this all the time. Another issue that might run into is when you start trying to do things with modules, it might not be in the path. So again, you could write go env to see all of the environment variables that are configured, and you can see that currently the Go version that it has configured is still set to 1.24. So like the out of the box version of Go that the environment is set up is still that latest version. So we need to fix that so that not only can we just have it knowing where to go for running the correct compiler, but then also it'll make it a lot more convenient for us when we actually want to run code, because we want to make it so that we can just type go, whatever, go run, go build straight from here and have it actually use the correct version. Okay, so I'm going to clear out of that. So to do that, the very first thing we're going to do is we actually get a, in fact, I'll go back to go env. And the real one that we want to change here is the root. So go root is one of the primary environment variables that it has set. Right now it's set to look in this location. If you want to go on a little treasure hunt for a second, we can do cd user local go. And if you wander in here, you'll notice that it has, if you go into the bin directory, this is probably the easiest way to just tell what version is actually associated with this directory. You can go in here and then you would just type something like, what do you got in here? You got go, there's the actual executable, so you would just do go version, and indeed that is the version that is living in this location. So this is where it default installs Go on this GitHub code space. Okay, so that's where this root is pointing to. So we need to change this environment variable to basically point to the new location we want. Now you might be wondering, where is that new location? So I'm going to actually I'm going to actually go to the home directory by hitting the tilde there. If you go in here, you can go into cd SDK, right? And SDK is basically where Go install will install new versions of Go. So if you do this, you click in here, there's that Go 1.20.5. If we want to go into that, a lot of saying the word go here. We'll go there. And now you can see here is the version of Go that it installed for us. Again, if we want to go into the bin directory here, cd bin, we can say there's the Go. So if I run Go here and then run version, this is where you're going to get the one you want. So this is basically where I want to point that Go root environment variable so that it'll actually use the correct version of Go when I'm doing my development. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to actually update this information in the bash rc file. Bash rc is basically like the startup script that runs for the bash shell. You can tell that this is the default shell. If you just go over here to the top right here, you can see in Codespace they actually, in this nice Visual Studio Code setup they have, it actually tells you what shell you're running in. So you're running in bash by default. If for some reason you weren't running bash, maybe you've configured a different Codespace on GitHub, you could have it use a different shell. I'm not going to go through all of that, but the idea is that you would probably be updating like the Z shell RC file instead of like the bash RC file. Okay, so I'm just going to assume for the time being that you're just kind of doing the out of the box stuff in Codespace. You're using bash. That's what we're going to do. I'm actually going to get back over to the kind of starting location here. So I think I want to get to, I think it's workspaces. And then I don't know what the name of this is. Oh, it's Turbo Octo Haptum. That's the name of my code space. So let's go to, and we'll get back over here. Okay, so this puts us back to, the starting point. There's my README file. This is where I want to be. You see it says bash right there. Okay, so to modify that bash file, the bash rc file, we're going to go ahead and do, we're going to use nano. That's just the easiest way I know how to do this. So we'll do this /bash rc, right? And this is a special file that lives on pretty much all Linux distributions. So we're going to click on that, hit enter. That's going to open up this interactive text editor. I'm just going to hit page down to get to the very bottom of this file. Okay, and once I get way down here at the very bottom, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to change some of the environment variables. So again, that go root environment variable right now is still pointing to the Go 1.24, I think it said. So I'm going to change it so that it doesn't do that. I want to have it go to the spot that I was talking about previously. So to do that, I'm going to say export Go root, right? So I'm basically changing what Go root points to now. And I'm going to say you can start in the home directory. So you're going to want to put home here. If you use the tilde, I've noticed it doesn't work. So you definitely want to use a full path, and this environment variable will actually get you to home. Then you want to go to, remember we were in SDK, so that's the subdirectory, and then there was another subdirectory that said go 1.20.5, and that's only because that was the one I installed. So if you're picking a different version of Go, you just remember to put the correct version that you have right here. Okay, so that'll update that environment variable, which is important. The next thing I want to do is update the path environment variable such that when I actually run Go on the CLI, on the command line, that it will know which version of Go to run that command. So I'm changing the environment variable, and I'm also going to change it so that it runs the correct command from the CLI. None of that makes any sense. It's fine. I'm just saying that for anybody who's interested. Otherwise, you can just sort of follow along with what I'm doing. It should be fine. So I'm going to do another export, and this time I'm going to update the path equals, and in this case, I'm actually going to take advantage of the fact that I just updated this environment variable, and I'm going to just go ahead and piggyback off of that. I'm going to say go root. You're going to start there, and then we're going to go into that bin directory, which is what I saw when I did that a minute ago, and I'm going to prepend that location to whatever was already in the path. So here we go. We got path here, and there we go. That's all I have to do. So basically, those two lines I'm going to add to the very end of the bash rc file, and I'm going to hit Control X on my Windows-based keyboard. I guess if you were on a Mac, you probably would have hit like Command X, as I'm guessing. So hit that. That's going to ask me if I want to save the buffer. I'm going to type the Y here, and then it gives me another prompt saying, hey, this is the name of the file. I'm not changing the name of the file, so I'm just going to hit Enter. And there we go. We did it. We've updated the bash rc file. So now there's a couple different ways you could go about this. You could actually close the code space and then reopen the code space. But honestly, the easier way to do this, especially since Codespace tends to cache a lot of the stuff it's doing, I don't want to deal with all that. So I'm just going to go ahead and source the bash c file. I'm going to type source, and I'm going to again do bash rc. And what this is basically doing, whenever you run the source command, is basically what it's telling it to do, is to go open up this file that I'm pointing it to, and then just reload all the settings based on what's in that file. So I'm basically going to update the settings on the CLI based on the updates to that file. And so that basically means I'm updating the path and that go root environment variable, which are the things I actually updated in the file. Hit enter. Okay, we should be good to go now. So now if I run go env, you'll be able to come down here. What we should be seeing now is if we find go root, there it is. As you can see now, it is actually pointing to the location that I actually want it to point to, right? So that's good to know. So I'm going to clear this out, and now we're just going to kind of do a moment of truth here. Go version, right? So now again, I'm not pointing a specific thing. I'm using that classic go command. My hope here is by updating that path, I am now pointing to the correct location. Right? So it's no longer trying to use Go version 1.24 or whatever we were using before. Let's go ahead and just go the full steps here and go ahead and create a file really quick just to confirm this is going to work. So my go file .go. Okay, I'm going to make a real quick one here. I'm not even going to bother with the extension. We're going to do probably just do some hello world. So how about there we go. Okay, now I got myself a file, so let's just go ahead and make sure that's going to work. So we'll do go run my go file, and there we have it. It's actually working. It's using the correct version of Go. So this whole walkthrough was just showing you how you can update Codespaces to use whatever version of Golang that you are interested in doing your development upon. Thanks for watching, and I hope this was helpful.